Yeah, and this is gonna be a short video, but exactly what I just got done saying. So you can't even be outside in nature, in which we all come from, without being harassed. And nowadays, it's to the point where they got security guards everywhere. And this used to be our walking ground. This our walking ground. This is San Diego. This is right above Mexico. This is where our Aztecs and Olmecan brethren stood, tall and proud. And we got to deal with sidewalks and security officers uh, harassing us while we're outside. And I could have been anybody, but they chose to come up to me and try to press me. You know what I'm saying? So it's very important that you know that your power is biotechnology, because we use this as a means to accumulate anxiety and insecurity in our lives. But if you know that your power is biotechnology and you're a part of the universe, just a part of it is you, you know that you can build things better than a gun, and you know that all you need to do, and it's not all about, it's not always about violence or discrepancies and stuff. You got to continue to be the light so you can hold a type of morale and characteristics, because these morale and characteristics could have took their place and their role in life in a better direction than um, instead of the road that they decided to take to come upon me with. You know what I'm saying? And that's a discriminatory road to ask me this and that and the other, because they might be suspicious of movements. I got a backpack on, I got a laptop, a phone, and I'm just, I'm blogging. This is UTC is up the street. UTC Mall is right over there. But I could have honestly been a student. You know what I'm saying? But you chose to be somebody else. They passed me before, they didn't ask me any questions, but they chose to try to press me. You know what I'm saying? So, in nature, it is law of itself to defend yourself with um, your talents. You know what I'm saying? So, um, the government isn't right for what they're doing, and people seem to not have an understanding, um, unless they're fought with some type of um, jovial morale, in which they have no other choice but to believe in their heroism towards uh, a defining point that they have to make during times like these. Not saying that I'm about to go rogue or nothing. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, if you're not intellectually demonstrating your points, then people act like that they don't get you. You know what I'm saying? Instead of using their hearts, it's like people lost their hearts. That's what I was speaking about. Sodom and Gomorrah, they could have completely been um, better in their lives, but seeing that they didn't choose to be, now they're in a dimension in which they have to take upon them themselves, and we're gonna keep fighting for our rights, you know, so on and so forth. And those are going to be the type of people that walk in the mall with a sour face, while we're walking, throughout, our lives with the happiest smiles and the dopest clothes and the best music, and loving other cultures and stuff like that. And it's sad that they gotta go through that, but we gotta constantly be the light to bring them up to light with. But they're really using their aggressiveness because they're really afraid of fighting the truth, so they're trying to appropriate and appeal to the people that are emitting fear upon them so much that they're willing to be a slave and do whatever those corporations or those governments that are emitting these laws or this fearful tactic, these fearful tactics upon us to uh, they're willing to do whatever they tell them to do, and even if they don't tell them to do it, they know the type of characteristics that they hold, so they imitate those just to receive those their love instead of standing up for what's right and doing the right thing. The prime example. But like I said, if I didn't know the truth, I would go around here. I'm like, man, I want a gun, or oh man, I want to lose my education. Oh man, I'm gonna show them. Then we're gonna show them. You get an education, you get a business or something like that. If you still don't know the truth, you know what I'm saying? Everything comes from the dirt. We should all be unified. We all family. We all. I was at fault because I gave some hood slang, but you know what I'm saying. I was just still like, how can you come to me and you ain't making no sense, but I still should, act appropriately because they could feel any type of way, and then I look like a victim because how the society perceives things. So I got to be smarter. Like I said, I still got to grow. You know what I'm saying? But that just brings us anxiety as well. But I still had the right to, act naturally. So that's how I acted. That's how it was. You know what I'm saying? I understood. And I was I was baiting them on too because I showed them, I lived here and shit. But 'cause I wanted them to learn that you can't just judge me. You know what I'm saying? Just say what you think you was about to say. What I'm homeless or something? Do I look like what I'm saying? You want to catch just to get a raise. You know what I'm saying? But that's it's just what I'm saying. They should have more heroism. They should have ran up and just like every dope and cool person, the security guard or officer, you like run over here. Hey, you okay? That sounds a lot better than we're about to press you. You know what I'm saying? It's wrong. And I've read military books about being an officer, a naval officer. They say everything about morale. They're not hopping up in the ranks if it ain't for morale and stuff. Then you see the military, they don't do what they say that they're supposed to be doing. The military is so manlike and they're full of heroism and honor, but you know, San Diego's a military state, and right across from these military hubs, they got drug cesspools. And come on, man, if you're a real man, do what you really supposed to do. These police officers supposed to be peacekeepers, and you know what I'm saying. You got an oath, and people depend on you to protect and serve, and you're not doing that. And just, come on, man, it comes with more than just uniform. You have to have a morale. It's the science of actually caring for the light to actually be a lightsaber. Everything's out of whack. So my science is in, it's more than my science. It's my ancestors' science. It's our science. It's my people's science. Like it's true. Like I said, if I didn't know the truth, win, lose, draw, I'd be in limbo. I'd be tripping, but I know the truth. You know what I'm saying? I know the truth now. So, like, I ain't got nothing on. I got nothing on the real of what people can really do, what I can really do. You have nothing on the real. Like, what if I chose to do anything? Whether, what I'm saying, then I would be at fault. But if I didn't know the truth, I would just be, you know, I would be wild out. But I know the truth, so it'd be like I'm protecting myself natively, naturally, because I felt threatened. You know what I'm saying? This is a natural feeling, so it's dope to actually know the truth and tell people. But it's best that we continue to continue to innovate, continue to be the light, do the right thing, because the last thing you want to do is hurt people. You know what I'm saying? The last thing you want to do is let these people die out and they don't even know the truth and they have to suffer for their own consequences because they don't even know the truth. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. Is just another example. So luckily I'm safe. You know, and that's another part of your insecurity and anxiety that you got to deal with, is that you know, black people or black men, black young men, they go through this anxiety phase and insecure phase of their life with like police brutality and discrimination, and they really don't know that they was really ninjutsus. They were really elementals. They was really nymphos, niggas. You know, they were um, they were one with the art of alchemy. They were one with their sciences. You know what I'm saying? They knew the whole deal. You know what I mean? And they knew the vortexes, the portals, and all that stuff. They knew the sciences of the body. They was the cultivators of martial arts, all that stuff. Like who you rocking. You want to talk about today? Imagine if these niggas knew who they really were. You know what I'm saying? From from just the aspect of us influencing and beating everybody out of everything. Like we are equal and we are family. I'm just putting out facts. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So you know, you just imagine, you know, what we could really accomplish when we actually know the truth. You know, we look at that and you come across some type of insecurity in your life, like, man, what I'm gonna do? What I'm gonna do? What's this and that? It's like, I'm tired of getting pressed. I'm tired of getting pressed. I'm tired of them thinking that they can just blow on me. They can just pop me in any second. I'm tired of them thinking that they can just lock me up. Of course I'm gonna use my brain and I'm gonna litigate. You know what I'm saying? But I will protect myself and I will continue to invent until I create something better than what they believe is the end all be all, because they don't want to use their mind or their heart to stop things. So I'm gonna use my 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 I'm gonna use my I'm gonna use my right to be natural and be one with the universe and protect myself and others who don't deserve to be treated that way. And it's happening all across the world. And I want to help. So I'm telling the truth, I'm preaching the truth, and that is the truth. So win, lose, draw, at least you know. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you do. You do the right thing, how the right thing is supposed to be done, and you continue to try until you're able to protect yourself. And that's the law of nature.